I want you to cry into your Hello Kitty pillow. I want you to put your headphones on. I want you to listen to some Taylor Swift. And I want you to shake it off, you bland bitch.
What up, y'all? It's KMB the Sexy Ninja in the place to be for our Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast. Brother, we're talking about Monday Night Raw, May 11th, 2026, Cole and Graves on commentary in Knoxville, Tennessee at the Food City Center. Oh, man. I had a lot of good times with the show. A lot of sad times, too. Asuka, having an incredible match with Io Sky. I feel like passing the torch. And from everything I'm reading is she has left WWE for now. She hasn't left, but she's semi-retired, and it is some personal things going on in her life. And she's right to have that personal life. I think Asuka has given a lot to the business and a lot to the WWE. So I'm glad that Asuka has now rode off into the sunset for now. And we'll see what happens and get well, get better, and still be awesome, Asuka. We start the show with Roman. He rolls up. He's supposed to have an acknowledgement thing with Jacob. And I was like, I don't want this. I want Jacob to go whoop his ass again. Like, I want to keep Jacob Fatu unhinged because I don't like these one-offs they do sometimes with stories. They'll go and fight, but I was just like, I want a good, meaty story, especially something that's going to go through the summer all the way to SummerSlam. Like, let's just keep Jacob in the picture. So Roman rolls up. Adam's like, hey, Jacob's not here yet. And, he's just like, what, I want to see him. Where's he at? And he's supposed to acknowledge me tonight because I beat him. And Adam's like, I don't know if he's going to acknowledge you, dude. And Roman's dead set, like, yes, he has to. I beat him. I'm his tribal chief. And Roman goes to his locker room, and we're just waiting. And I know this is going to close the show. Then we get the Vision coming out. They have a match with the Street Profits and Joe Hendry. And Paul Heyman comes out, hyping up Mr. Braun Breaker himself. And he, saying, like, hey, look, Braun Breaker beat Seth Rollins. He's the new dog in town. Sorry. I got a little bit of a chip. And Street Profits, of course, come out. Joe Hendry singing the song, Fire, Let's Fire Logan Paul. Cole started singing too. But the Vision and the Street Profits and Joe Hendry put on one awesome match, man. I had a lot of fun with this. It was a back and forth battle. But of course, I knew Seth was still out there in the, watching and lurking. And he comes out. He wants to make sure that Braun Breaker loses everything, and by golly, he does. And, the Street Profits, they don't trust Seth. And Seth has a lot of trust building to do with everybody because he has burnt a lot of bridges. But the Street Profits, they want their tag team championships. And it was funny, before they got in the big old fight, Logan was like, well, Austin Theory says, yeah, Bianca Belair ain't making money no more. So, Montez has to come back and make the money. And Logan's like, yeah, your wife's better than you. And I like how he's like, yeah, she is. Oh, man. But this was a really fun match. Joe Hendry, I'm glad he's on the main roster. Then we go to Adam. He's with the OG Americanos. Whatever happened to, to American Made? What happened to them? They just kind of fell apart. Those guys were awesome, too. The Creed brothers, now they're gone. Great. But then they get interrupted by Dom and Liv. And Adam's like, what's a good thing tonight? Let's put that AAA Mega Championship on the line tonight. Here on Raw. Dirty Dom versus OG Americano. And I was like, oh, that's going to be good. Let's build that up. And Adam tells Angel and Berto, like, hey, I got an opportunity for y'all. And this son of a bitch. Then we get Penta coming out. You know, he has his Intercontinental Championship. Then we have Ethan Page he calls out. Then here comes Rusev telling Ethan Page, like, whoa. Before anybody gets the Intercontinental, I'll tell you, you're getting one over me. Ethan's like, no, that's not the case. It's not the case. And he's like, he goes, I heard Javon tell Adam that you can't beat him. And Javon comes out like, wait. Oh, and this potentially ends up setting up Rusev versus Javon Evans. This is a really fun match. Javon shining here. I don't know what we're doing with Rusev, but Rusev making Javon look great, and Javon Evans gets the win over Rusev. And I was like, okay. But I'm thinking this is going to be a fatal four-way. And where are we going next? Clash in Italy, May 31st. Oh, wait, no, I take that back. May 23rd. So the week prior is Saturday night main event. So we have 2 weeks before Saturday night main event. Then after that, Clash in Italy. So we have a lot of building to do this month in May. Then in August, we have SummerSlam in Minneapolis, the 2-night event. So a lot of stuff going on. And that's what I love about summer is it's definitely building towards SummerSlam. Then we go into Io and Asuka. This was really sad. I thought they were going to let Asuka come out, say goodbye to the fans and this and that, but it was very personal. You know, she went to Io and she goes, I wanted somebody to take my place, and it's you. I'm proud of you. I love you. And I was like, oh man. And she's like, goodbye. And she walks out the door, and Io's like, no. Okay. And there she goes. Asuka's gone. For how long? We don't know. But good luck to you, Asuka. That really did hurt my feelings. I was like, oh. Paige and Brie, don't care. Roxanne, Raquel. It all ends up in a fight. Liv comes out there, and it's just a straight beat down to Paige and Brie. Whatever. Then we have Roman with Jimmy Uso. He's like, hey, where's Jay? He's waiting for Jacob, trying to talk some sense into him. And Roman's just like, whoa, like, talk sense into him. No, we're going to set this guy straight. I'm the tribal chief. Okay, he lost. That's that. And Jimmy's like, all right, man, well, it ain't always like that. And Roman didn't like that at all. And we get a Dom package for this AAA championship match coming out later on. Then we have Sol Ruka versus Io Sky, my match of the night. Holy hell, this was awesome. Io Sky having 2 badass matches in pretty much the same week. Oh, come on, man. Come on. This match was awesome. Sol Ruka shine, Io shine. And I love the finish, how Sol Ruka was going for that soul snatcher, but Io is just a little bit ahead of her, and that's how she got the win over Sol. That was awesome. Then we got the Usos. You know, we're building up to this Roman and Jacob acknowledgement. Then we get Jackie with the Street Profits and Seth. And the Street Profits and Seth's like, hey, we're on the same page. Yeah, I know. You can't trust me. I get it. I've done a lot of bad things, but this is a fight. This is a war. We're going to go into this war together. And the Street Profits like, Are we now? Seth? Then we get Sol with Io, and she tells Sol, like, hey, good job, but it wasn't your day, kid. And here comes Becky like, oh, new girl in town, huh? And you couldn't even beat Io Sky. Okay. And Sol had nothing to say. It's like that Becky just walked off. And then we have the Oba Femi Open Challenge. Who's going to face Oba Femi, huh? Ooh, I'm going to take a drink here for Oba. This was my favorite. This segment made me laugh because he comes out. He's like, the Oba Femi Open Challenge goes. Adam comes out. He's like, hey, nobody back there wants to fight you. Oba's like, fuck that. He walks back there, and it's Angel and Berto. He grabs their asses, brings them to the ring, makes this a 1-on-2. Like, let's face it, he destroys Angel and Berto. So was this the opportunity, Adam, to get their asses kicked? They weren't even in gear. Oba went and picked their asses up and brought them out. That was awesome, man. And he gets the win over Angel and Berto. Really great opportunity there, Adam. OG Grande package for the match. Dom is ready to come out. JD's there. Then Finn attacks Dom, bashing his head right into the wall. I was like, hot damn, dog. And I like Dom keeps walking. I'm like, you're not going to check on JD? JD just got his shit rocked. And Finn's like, yeah, go out there. Have your match. I'll be right here. And Dirty Dom's like, yo, son of a bitch. Then we have OG Americano versus Dirty Dom in this awesome match. And, of course, we have OG Americanos and Americanos trying to interfere. But Dirty Dom gets the advantage and beats OG Americano in this very awesome match here. I did enjoy this match. I wish it was a little bit longer, in my opinion, without all the interference. But it is what it is. And they got the, yeah. Next up, Jackie's with the Vision. And Logan calls her wacky, And as Austin Theory calms down Logan Paul, they're walking, opens the door, and I look in the car. I'm like, is that Maxine? And someone pointed out, too, yeah, that was Maxine. Is she joining the Vision? Is she done with, what are they called now? Are American Made? I don't know. What is Otis and them? Babes? I know there's something Babes. I don't know. But this could be a good turn for Maxine to join the Vision and be under Paul Heyman. I like that. Build Maxine, because I like Maxine. Because you had this thing with her, then it just kind of just fell by the wayside. And I like when they went back to Cole and Graves. And Jackie's like, back to you. And Cole just, thanks, wacky. I was like, what the fuck? Don't be a bitch. And now, this is what I was waiting for. After an awesome show, Roman comes out. Roman's like, all right, I'm here, Jacob. Come out and acknowledge me. And then we see a car pull up, and it's Jacob Fatu, and he's coming to the ring, and Jey Uso's telling him, like, you need to think about it, Uso, because I don't need to think about nothing. Blah, blah. You need to just take it. Just go out there acknowledging, because I ain't doing shit. And before we went out there, fucking Jacob takes down Jey Uso. And the music hits, and he's walking out there. He's a wild animal. His fingers are taped up and ready. He's walking out, and Jimmy gets in front of him. He takes out Jimmy Uso. He's an animal. And he goes in there, and him and Roman get in a big old fight. Jacob ain't done. He's not done at all. He takes out Roman again, like he did at the end of Backlash. And I'm like, yes, let's keep the story. Let's keep progressing it. Let's keep Jacob Fatu, this animal, this werewolf. Oh my gosh. And Jacob, like, after Jacob took out Roman again, I was like, through the table, oh my gosh. And like after he left and he's about to leave, I'm like, wow. And he came back and choked Roman again, showing how much he's like, nope, we ain't done, Roman. And I loved every minute of it. And I love that Jacob told him, like, you want me to acknowledge you? Well, you got to beat the acknowledgement out of me. And he goes out there and destroys Roman. Loved it. Loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what happens next week. And they're going to be in Greensboro. So I'm just like, woo, good old wrestling town there. But man, this was awesome. Jacob telling Roman, you got to beat it out of me. And he didn't. And he took out Roman. And that's the way we end the show. The fact that he also beat down the Usos. Jacob fought too. I wonder when they're going to pull Solo into this. Because Solo was the one that let the animal out. So. But awesome Raw, 5 out of 5. May 11, 2026. Cole Graves on commentary in Knoxville, Tennessee at the Food City Center. Match of the night is Sol Ruka versus Io Sky. Moment of the night. There's a lot of them. But I got to give it up to Jacob. Jacob Fatu, all gas, no break. I can't do it. Yada mean? I can't do it. I used to do it. I can't. Well, mainly on cue. But yeah. Awesome Raw. I can't wait till Saturday night main event and then Clash in Italy. Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. Yes, boy! Roman, Jacob, 2. Yes, boy! All right, y'all. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KB the Sexy Ninja, and remember that the New World Podcast is for life. Brother.
Actually, I misspoke. They need the tag team championships, and that's because Bianca can't pay the bills anymore.